Hi, I'm Kate Ward, and this is your Dickman Farms Smart Gardening Tip. And today we're talking about a few specific pollinators. Well, a whole family of one actually. And that is bees and bee-like things. So what's a bee-like thing? Well, often we actually think of wasps and yellow jackets as bee-like things when they're not. So that said, what is the difference? Well, here's a great, so I pulled this off of a resource that we absolutely love. They do a fabulous job. It's called Pollinator.org. So go there, you can do a lot of reading, and it's about all pollinators, not just bees, but that's where this came from. So it's a great source to check out. Why did I pull it off? Because one of the biggest pictures that they have on this particular document is how to identify bees, right? So that you can see kind of what they look like. And you can see there's no clean edges here. Here's a picture of one working, and this is the picture of a honeybee. So bees actually almost always somewhere, they have little furs on them somewhere. And yes, they do happen to be sort of yellow, but to me it's a little bit more orange and black striping. Well, what is their one biggest confusion out there? So a guy that nobody really loves is this guy. And this guy is specifically, this is a yellow jacket, all right? Now this guy, unfortunately, he's no longer with us, or not with us well. He was making a spot where I was gonna get possibly stung. This is a last year's nest, actually. And these are usually found smaller. They're usually found on sunny, warm, hot spots. So on the south side of a house, in a rock ledge, underneath a lip of something. And one of the big differences between these guys, first of all, this guy here, he's not at all fuzzy, so no little fuzzies. He's got a pinched abdomen, though not all wasps or yellow jackets do. Well, yellow jackets do, but not all wasps and hornets do. But they are always this distinct. They're smooth, and they are always definitely yellow. So smooth, yellow, and black. What's the other difference? Well, some other differences is honeybees, though nobody wants to get stung, honeybees and some of their other friends, so the solitary bees, the sweat bees, all these little guys, they can only sting once. So if they do sting you, it's a lot of work for them because they're gonna be dead. That's it. Yellow jackets, on the other hand, can sting more than once, so that's a difference. The other is actually yellow jacket is a beneficial predator out there. It does go and it goes through gardens, and it's a fantastic predator of caterpillars, for instance. Bees, on the other hand, are pollinators, so a yellow jacket may pollinate by accident, going after said caterpillar or whatever it is, but bees go after the pollen, and they go into those plants. And let's see, who do I have here? I'm gonna go over here. Yeah, hello. Bees are gonna go down in here, and they're gonna get down into this, and by the course of going around here, and this includes things like bumblebees are gonna do that, they're gonna go and they're gonna get covered in pollen. And then they're gonna go check out the other flower and go around there, and they're looking for food, but what they're doing is they're getting that pollen on them, they're bringing it to another flower, and they're putting it down over there. So that's how they're working for pollination. So you actually do wanna have bees around, but maybe don't wanna have a lot of wasps or yellow jackets. Yellow jackets can be pretty aggressive, but they're not actually after your flowers. So that's something to know. Those not very aggressive, even bumblebees I have before, I can pet them because they're kind of fuzzy and they just go bzzz, and then they go off onto their business. So they really aren't very interested in me at all. They're really interested in flowers. Most people get stung with a honeybee or a bee by accidentally leaning on one, or if you're barefoot, they might be in the clover and you accidentally step on one. So you don't actually come into contact or get chased by bees here in Auburn area, New York, very often. So that said, what do these look like? What do hives look like? So those yellow jackets I already showed you, those hives look kind of like this. This would be an old hive we used as an example, and this is from, would have been a hornet's nest, and they built it way up in a tree, not somewhere that you usually get into contact with. The back side of this shows you the chambers and forms that they actually made, so it's actually pretty interesting. But again, these are hornet type things. They do that honeycomb, but there is no honey. It's paper. It's not actually made out of wax like honeybees are. If you don't want to have yellow jackets, a trap is a good thing, or if they're right near where you need to come in and out of, and because they are more aggressive, you could go ahead and treat them to take them out. This is a lure. We'll get in there, they can't get out, that's a way. Conversely, if you want to attract some guys, and these are going to be the solitary, not honeybees, or this is going to be actually for bumblebees, you can put things like this out to help them. So I hope that's been helpful. Again, make sure you jump to that website and check it out. It'll tell you about some of the other bees you're going to see out there, some of the carpenter, some of the bumblebees, even on the back here. A lot of the guys that are around that maybe you didn't even know. Did you know some of our solitary bees are bright metallic blue? They're gorgeous. But anyway, it's just a little lesson for you so you can out there know who you've got in your garden and help those pollinators and have everybody do their part. So this has been your Dickman Farms Smart Gardening Tip.